Sonic stop-motion adventures is over, and now it is time to hold what just might be the very last fan art contest that I do. I held my first one 5 years ago, and then 2 after that. But what makes this one so special is that compared to the last one I did in 2016, the Bedlam was not revealed to the public yet. And as I'm sure you all know, now he is. So he is going to be a big part of this one. The way I did things in the past was kind of general, like, oh, just draw moments of Sonic stop-motion adventures, the show, and like, etc., etc. And then when it came to winners, I usually either had first, second, and third place winners, or 3 general winners that all got the same thing. I'm going to be sticking with the latter of that, and doing things a little bit differently. Going in order, I'm going to be talking about guidelines, prizes, and how to enter, the 3 most important things to running a contest. So like I said, in the past, I kept things fairly easy with content guidelines. It was just draw moments from Sonic stop-motion adventures, but now there are 3 specific categories that you can enter: moments, poster, and Bedlam. The moments category is dedicated to exactly what the art guidelines used to be in the previous fan art contests. Moments from the show. Like if you wanted to draw Sonic breaking into the wedding in episode 19, or going Dark Sonic in episode 18, visiting Eggman in jail in any of the later episodes, or Bedlam appearing in front of the gang. Moments like that. Specific moments from any episode that you choose, or special or movie, doesn't matter. The poster category is dedicated to taking specific episodes, or maybe even the series as a whole, and illustrating some kind of poster for it. Like, think what it would look like as a film poster, or in some alternate timeline where this got a Blu-ray release, think of like the art that would appear on the front of that Blu-ray. Now you can take a couple different approaches to this. You can take the general Sonic stop-motion adventures feel and just kind of make it seem like Sonic stop-motion adventures without calling out any specific episode or things like that. Or you can take the more specific approach and illustrate a poster for an episode, like episode 22. You can draw Silver and Blaze like as a poster, and you have like the logo and text and stuff like that. And if you want to include text and stuff, and even like the release date of an episode, if you illustrated like a poster for episode 20 or something like that, you can absolutely do that. All the release dates were, well, the date they went up, but they were also revealed in the trailers for each specific episode. If you want to go ahead and include more text, like maybe even translate the show's name into another language, so like, hey, this is what the film poster would be if it premiered in Japan, or Spain, or Switzerland, or anything like that. And to be clear, I don't mean make an actual poster, like 22 by 48 big poster to hang up on a wall. I just mean the style of art and how everything is kind of grouped together in the composition. I can offer 2 examples of what would fit into the poster category, illustrated by my friend Brian. The first of which actually won him, I think, first place back in one of the contests I held. If you look at it, it's like, oh, it's Sonic stop-motion adventures, but there's no like real specific moment happening. It's just Sonic in front of all these villains. And then this one he did to commemorate the series finale has, you know, Bedlam and stuff, and you can just tell, like, oh, that's Sonic stop-motion adventures. I want to clarify, there needs to be that unifying element of SSMA. Drawing a bunch of Sonic characters on a canvas is great, but there needs to be that thing when I look at it that I go, oh, I know exactly what it's talking about. There's characters from my show, there's things that happened and stuff like that, etc. And the final category is Bedlam. It's very freeform. There's not much guidelines to this category besides that. I was really ecstatic to introduce my own character into my show back in episode 24, and now I am even more excited to see all of the fan art of him. If you want to draw Bedlam just standing there, go ahead. Any art of Bedlam will count for this. And if you really want to take interesting approaches, you know those like OC forms, like charts where you draw like, oh, this is like the Werehog version, this is the Knight version, this is whatever, classic Bedlam. Like, if you want to draw other forms of Bedlam, go right ahead. I highly encourage it, and it gets creativity flowing and makes everything a little more interesting. Once again, an example from Brian. He drew Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog themed Bedlam and Frantic Bedlam, and that's how it looks. So take example. If you want to just draw normal Bedlam though, go ahead, I'm not stopping you. So to reiterate, the 3 categories: moments, poster, and Bedlam. And with Bedlam being his own category, there definitely could be some kind of overlap between the 3 categories. Say you draw a moment from episode 25 when Bedlam and Sonic are fighting. Well, that could be the moment category, or that could be the Bedlam category. It could be either one. When you submit your piece, just make sure you include text stating which category it falls into. If you don't, then I'm going to take my own judgment and just place it into a category that I think it fits into. And one piece can only be in one category. You cannot submit the same piece into 3 categories because it probably wouldn't even fit anyway, but for organization's sake, it makes it easy on my side. Here's some other quick guidelines to go over before I get to talking about the prizes. You can enter as many times as you want, but you can of course only win 1 time, and you know, you can't submit one piece into multiple categories like I was just saying. Any style of art is acceptable, whether it's hand-drawn, or digital, or painted on canvas, or even animation. If you really wanted to animate something, go right ahead, I'm not stopping you. I will ship the prizes worldwide, so don't let your location keep you from entering. I want entries from all over the globe. I think that would be awesome. If you are one of the beautiful individuals that already created some fan art of the show after the finale went live, feel free to submit it even though you might have already shared it with me on Twitter or whatever. Submit it. It counts. And finally, just make sure the pieces are themed accordingly to Sonic Stop Motion Adventures. In the past, I've gotten some entries that are just sort of nondescript art of Sonic characters, and I understand why. It is a fan project, my whole show. But there needs to be that thing to denote that, oh yes, that is Sonic Stop Motion Adventures. I'm not going to be accepting any submissions that are just simple art of Sonic or whatever character. Of course, if it's Bedlam, that's a different story. That's my own character. But if you just like, oh, there's Knuckles, you know, I need a little more than that. Okay, now the very exciting part, talking about the prizes that you can win if you are selected as a winner. With 3 categories, there will also be 3 winners, 1 from each category. And you will be receiving multiple prizes, so let me just start off going down the line. First, a $25 gift card to Amazon.com. Not really Sonic themed, but hey, everyone likes Amazon, right? Second, a physical copy of Sonic Mania Plus for whatever system you choose. If you choose to go for the PC version, you'll get a digital code, you won't get a physical copy of it. And those 2 prizes are great, but they're not SSMA themed, but these next 2 are. You will also be receiving a large collection of prints, some that were left over that I sold at Sonic Revolution 2017. I got a lot of those left over, so you'll be receiving a bundle of, I believe they're like 5x7 or 3x5 prints that I had made up. However, you will also be receiving a handful of exclusive prints I'm making for this very contest. And the final part of the prizes, you will be receiving a copy of the script of whatever episode you choose. Keep in mind that early episodes did not have scripts. I believe the first one I wrote was, well, the movies, and then episode 8 or 7 or 6. Some of them also got lost to time, so not all of them will be available. When the winners are selected, I will contact you with a list of what scripts are available, and you can choose from that. Okay, so one of the most important things, how do you enter? Well, in the past, I had you either enter via email or Twitter. Now I'm limiting it to only email. All submissions must be sent to ssmafanart@gmail.com. Feel free to share your pieces on DeviantArt or Tumblr or YouTube, or share them with me on Twitter. But to be considered, they must be sent to this email on the screen. And finally, the contest will run for just over a month, ending on December 9th, 11:59 Pacific Standard Time. So even though you might live in New York or somewhere where the time zone is not the same, it will end according to my time zone right before it's midnight on the 10th. So to recap all of that information I just said, there will be 3 categories for this fan art contest: Moments, Poster, and Bedlam. 1 winner from each category will be chosen and win a $25 Amazon gift card, a physical copy of Sonic Mania for whatever console you choose, a collection of Sonic Stop Motion Adventures prints, and a copy of the script of whatever Sonic Stop Motion Adventures episode or special that you choose. All submissions must be sent to ssmafanart@gmail.com, and the fan art contest will run until December 9th. Thank you in advance for all of your amazing entries that I'm no doubt going to see. It's been, I think, 2 years since I did the last one, and I can't wait to see what you guys come up with. All submissions will be compiled into a video like I usually do, showing off all the submissions, and that's also where I will announce the winners, and then get back to the winners and work out logistics like prizes and addresses and stuff like that. Boring stuff, but stuff that will be handled accordingly. So, I will see you then. Have a great day, and the fan art contest is now officially begun. Go get started, and keep your creativity flowing. I'll see you later.